Stevie, a 2-1 victory today in the sun against Beath. How did you feel after that 100 odd minutes?
Absolutely drained. I mean, the second half went on forever. To be fair, I thought we played really well today. Both halves. Mixed up, longer balls at times, shot the game up at times. We always looked like a threat going forward, and we looked really solid defensively. And I think the manner they scored their goals, a 25-yard wonder hit, that was always going to be that if we lose a goal today. But our goals were good, our movement was good, our general play was excellent. We've got 3 strikers at the moment who are working their backside off for the team. It's going up there and it's sticking. It's allowing the midfield to get forward and help us out. We've got good talented players in the team who are finding their way, and I think we're getting better and better every game. So it's all looking positive now. I'm really quite happy with things. I think the team will grow and get better, and we'll, at some point the chances we make will start converting even more and more than they are. And somebody's going to get a really, really horrible day one day when we find our shooting boots, and it's going to be a really tough game for them, because I think today 2-1 flatters them a little bit. I mean, I think they've played okay and they've stayed in the game, but because it's nip and tuck, they've stayed in the game, not because they were any better than us or that. They just got a chance to stay in the game because of the way the game played out. If we take 1 or 2 chances, it's a much easier day. So just say that to the boys here and there, that you know, one day we're going to slot the chances away and it's going to be a real kicking for someday. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how we're going.
Do you feel maybe the stop-start nature and then the line for the second half didn't really help the performance?
I think it makes a bit stop-start the game, and you can't really get in a rhythm, but the boys did manage the game really well, particularly when they scored the goal. I think we managed the game, we kept our shape, we kept our discipline, we kept them in front of us, and we got them turning all the time. I think every time we stepped forward with the ball, they were under pressure, they were panicking, and it says it all when a guy gets booked for a dive in our box, how desperate they were becoming. But they will take points off the teams. They're not a bad side, just the same as Dundalk are a bad side, and Tiny are a bad side, and Lothian are a bad side. So they all take points. There's Tiny beat Musselburgh today. So, you know, teams are going to take points off each other, and I think we just keep this run going as long as we can. And as long as we keep it going and keep playing and keep growing as a team, it's all strawberries and rainbows at the moment. But there is going to be a defeat round the corner somewhere. Let's be honest with you. I mean, football's a game where you win games, you lose games, you draw games, and you know we'll drop points at some point. But it's how we respond when we do. But at the moment, the focus is clearly on game by game, get the next one.
Was another positive today, giving a debut to Sean Calder for the 20s and having Matty Combe back on the bench?
Yeah, well, Matty Combe and Fletch were put on the bench to pad it out. Fletch texted me this morning, I'm no well in Kaffer, I'm no well, okay neighbour, son, see you Tuesday, and he texted me back, feel a bit better, I can maybe make the bench and help you out. Okay, make the bench. I spoke to him and says, look, I'm not going to use you for day after day. Matty got the all clear yesterday, which is great news for us, absolutely tremendous news for us. It means he can train Tuesday, train Thursday, maybe get involved next Saturday. So I've texted him this morning and said, look, Matty, you know, we need you today to just sit on the bench. No day in and just sit on the bench, do the warm up and be there. I'm not going to use you, but I need you to just show, give a bit of strength to us. So he sat on the bench today, he'll be back training fully on Tuesday, which is great news for us. There's another player coming back. We sorely need, we've got so many players dropping out there, we'll get to that in a minute. And then obviously young Sean, I phoned Sean, I texted Sean today, I think nearly 9:45. Played last night, 90 minutes last night, I believe he was outstanding. I wasn't there for a change, I'm usually at the games, but I wasn't there last night and he was outstanding, I believe. So I brought him in and says to him, look, you might get a wee run out, you might know, just see how you go. And he came in and I thought he did really well. It's his first game at this level. It's a tough ask to play against Beath, who are a handy side, who are clearly an established Scotland Premier League team. So hard one for him. He's playing against good players in Ross Allen, and with Ross, big Paul Quinn in the second half, up against big strong players who have played this level for a long time. So he got a wee bit of lesson today how to play this level. So I'm really delighted for Sean, because he stood up to the task and did well. And I was just saying, we'll get back to the injuries. We've got 8 out today, including Matty and Fletch. Suspension, holiday and injury. Gregor Lamb's probably 6 weeks out. PT maybe on his road to recovery by a couple of weeks. I'm expecting Reece Hope maybe another week to 10 days. I'm looking around, I've seen all this Baptiste book down there now. I've told him to have the week off this week because it's both sides of his groin now, so he's saying, no, take a wee bit of break here. And we just seem to be getting knocks after knocks after knocks, but it's a time of year for that. And I suppose we've got a big squad, and it's a good squad and it's deep, so hopefully that'll see us through.
And a special mention to Dave Edwards for reacting today when the supporter collapsed.
Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. You know, I was saying to Jason and Lee at the point of happening, I said, it just shows you the special community that you have in only football. I was unfortunate enough to be at Crossgates today. Sadly, Malcolm Jones passed away, and it's a similar sort of situation where everybody just rallied round. Luckily today, that went much better than Malcolm did, and the boy rallied round, and he's going to be okay. And Dave and the Hillaby physio did a sterling job there, and I think you see everybody rallying round and getting right behind hoping the guy's better, and both sets of fans coming together that one as well, which was really good to see.
It's then on to cup action again next week as we travel to Bathgate.
100%, yeah, I mean it's another cup. I think they call this the big cup now, the Trade Raiders South of Scotland Challenge Cup. I mean, cup's a cup, and you know we've got to go and beat our best. We had a banana skin to overcome on Wednesday. I've got another one coming on Saturday. If we turn up and play like we can, no disrespect to Bathgate, we should be okay. But they'll be out there to cause an upset, absolutely. So we have to make sure that we are ready for that and we're professional to get through.
Thank you, Stevie.